So the outfield I was talking about in the last video will be in the lineup this game. And there may have been some questioning as to why I would put all three of these guys in the outfield at the same time, because none of them have good arms. But I find that catching up to balls in the gap comes into play way more than throwing anybody out at any bag. It's been a little bit since that has came into play for me, at least. Like, I don't even remember the last time I lost a game, or just, you know, somebody tied the game on something where I should have thrown somebody out. I don't really remember that, but I remember plenty of times where no matter who it was in the outfield didn't catch up to the ball in the gap, or just made an error or something, and that ended up costing me the game, or just the opponent was able to tie the game. And after that last game too, where Ted Williams made one of the worst errors I've seen in the past couple months in this game, I wasn't fooling around. I wasn't going to let that shit happen anymore. And with Kenny Lofton, Carl Crawford, and Ellsbury out there in the outfield, there should be no errors being made. But fucking who knows? This is MLB. I am losing it these days because I'm really just zoning out in some of these games. I really have no idea how many outs there are sometimes. And right there, I had no idea. That was fucking 2 outs clearly. And I'm running back to first base like an idiot. So that is just toolbox central right there for myself. Anibal Sanchez, too, is on the hill. I don't really remember how many times he's pitched since I picked him up. It hasn't been that many for sure, but he's been doing amazing since he's been coming in games. So hoping he can continue that. This guy had a really good lineup. Reggie Stalker, like fucking Ted Williams, his Diamond Dynasty player, Trout, a bunch of guys. So going into this one, I really didn't expect much, because I thought this was going to be an early bullpen day, even though I've been trying to avoid that at all costs, because in the last couple of videos, I've been going to the pen way too early, like in the 5th inning, and not even in a necessary situation. Like, it'll be a tie game, or fucking, sometimes I'll be winning, and I'll bring, well, that's actually a good reason, to be honest, because if you're winning games and the fucking opponent is going out there and just ripping the cover off the ball, it doesn't even matter if they're getting hits, I'm going to the pen. But I was trying to stay with Sanchez as much as possible in this game, unless all hell broke loose. So he was going to be pitching until the 7th, at least, I was saying to myself. And yeah, man, I got way too many beasts in the fucking pen too, so I'm not even going to hesitate if I need to go to the pen. Ian fucking Desmond is getting more base hits. I think I'm going to move him up in the lineup. I don't even know where. I might even bat him second or something, because he's been fucking going off. And what the fuck? What am I even doing? Why am I even swinging away with Sanchez right there, man? I should have just done a suicide squeeze or something. This guy laid in a fucking fastball right down the middle, so he gave me a gift. Would have been the perfect situation to do a suicide squeeze, and then Sanchez grounds into the inning-ending double play. That is deadly. You can't win games when you're doing shit like that. This guy was sitting fastball, too. It is good when you face guys who just sit on pitches and you recognize that, because I was dropping in curveballs and this guy could not touch them. Sanchez has pretty good break, too. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's at least in the mid-80s. So he has good off-speed pitches, good slider, and good curveball, obviously, with the good break. His velocity is pretty decent as well. I think it's like mid-80s as well, but his fastball, I haven't even seen his fastball reach over 94 or something, so that's not that good. But when you have a good curveball and shit, that can be good, especially when the curveball is a slow little, 70-something mile an hour, not a hard breaking ball or something. So his Ks per 9 isn't that good. Actually, wait. No, I'm getting Saberhagen and Sanchez mixed up again. I'm always getting those guys mixed up for some reason, because I picked them up at the same time, and I'm just mixing up those guys' stats. But Saberhagen has the bad Ks per 9, I'm pretty sure. And I'm not really sure what Anibal Sanchez's is. Yeah, I'm going to have to check that again. I was going to try and guess something, but I really have no idea. It may even be like in the 70s or something. It's not as low as Saberhagen's, if I'm not mistaken, but I wasn't giving up shit. I wasn't giving up shit in the early innings, able to get through 3 with no base hits given up. So it's way too early to start the countdown now, and especially when you get to the 7th inning, because the 7th inning is just fucking terrible, man. The 7th inning is the inning that the game wants to blow your no-hitter, blow your perfect game. the 7th inning is just a curse. It is insane. I don't even know how many times I've blown perfect games or just no hitters in the 7th inning. Mostly when I first started playing MLB, like when the game first came out and everybody was in the low divisions and shit, and nobody was really well, people were amazing, but you had a good chance of not playing that well or not good opponents or anything. I was going up there and putting donuts on the board. Not very often, but sometimes I was, and then whenever the 7th inning came around, that's when all hell broke loose. I can't believe the luck sometimes you get in this game. Fucking Arenado especially, somebody who I've just been trying to get going forever, is hitting a chopper off the pitcher, goes right to the third baseman, barehanded, throws him out at first base. So that's fucking insane. This guy gets his first base hit on just an infield single. So that's kind of a buzzkill to get. This guy was being weird on the bases, man. People being weird on the bases. I've been playing everywhere you look, it seems, just playing guys doing weird shit on the bases, trippy shit happening in this game. Could have got that guy out at second base, but I thought he was going to go home. So, Sanchez, I'm in a little bit of a dilemma with him, and I'm able to get out of it, thankfully. This guy had 2 guys in scoring position, but no damage was being done. No runs are even scored in this game, too, so something needs to be done about that. Daniel Murphy making solid contact right there, but that is a line out to second base. Sanchez getting it done on the mound, and he is also getting it done at the plate. Look at him. That is a line drive base knock right up the gut. This guy makes a mockery out of that in center field, and I'm able to leg that out for the double. So Sanchez using the wheels and getting it done with the bat at the plate. So Ellsbury needs to get a base hit or something. He needs to get more than a base hit with that speed on second base. But I am just flying out right behind home plate. And now we're going into the bottom of the 5th. Still no runs scored. So, I don't know, man. I am just negative Nancy for the most part, man. When it ever comes to the middle innings, no runs are scored. And whenever you feel like you're all over your opponent, shit can happen fast. Shit can escalate so quickly, it's not even funny. So I was just waiting for this guy to just launch a dinger or whatever, but he didn't get that in the bottom of the 5th. Actually got a couple more Ks in that inning. I didn't really show that many Ks from Sanchez in this game because the video would have been forever if that was the case. But he had a lot, and you will see just how many he had at the end of the video. Pierzynski gets the base hit, so he is continuing the domination at the plate. So I got a guy on with 2 out. And Ortiz, he's been heating up a little bit lately, getting over anxious. That is up by my face. And I'm swinging. I didn't even care, man. I would just go out there sometimes, and I'm just like, fuck it. I don't care where this ball's going. I'm swinging at something high in the strike zone. But Ortiz is able to connect with one on the next pitch, and that is going over the center field wall in Detroit. That is fucking deep. So Ortiz gets trolled a lot too, I find. Like, he always makes solid contact, and it's always going to like the warning track or something. So this game has just been trolling Ortiz in the last couple games. Finally getting rewarded with another ding or 2. So now I got the lead. The way Sanchez was pitching, just keep doing what you're doing out there, young fella, and shit will be good. Look at this guy sitting fastball like I've never seen. So why the hell even give this guy a fastball unless, you know, you want to try and sneak one in. I tried to sneak one in right there. That could have been more deadly. Should have been more deadly. I think that guy actually got a good bat on that. But that was just a fly out to Kenny Lofton in right field. So able to get out of that again. Now in the 7th, Sanchez still has that goose egg, the donut on the board. And I need to get more insurance because in this game, no lead is safe. You can have a fucking 20-run lead in the 9th inning. No lead will be safe. You guys have been seeing, too, some weird shit happening in 9th innings, especially in my videos. I know that happens to a lot of people. But I have brought a couple videos where just unbelievable, crazy occurrences were happening in the 9th inning. And I don't know what the fuck Ian Desmond was saying right there. That should have been caught. That should have been handled. And there should have been an out right there. So he's able to get a guy on. He's able to get out on first base with 2 outs. So here we fucking go. But this guy's doing more weird shit on the bases. Thank God this guy was drunk, intoxicated. He was just like the last guy I played. Fucking last 2 guys I played were doing so much crazy shit on the bases. It was tripping me out. So, thank God I was able to get him out at second base. Didn't really want to throw it to third base for that reason because everybody likes to advance the runners at the same time sometimes. So that was good for Sanchez, because if he was able to get another hit on the board, able to get another hit or just to get a run on the board, I would have probably taken him out. So bringing him back out in the 8th, trying to shut down everybody that comes to the plate. Look at this breaking ball, man. His curveball is nasty. It is actually nasty, man. Like, it's crazy, the curveball is. It looks like, it's almost like a Clayton Kershaw fucking curveball. I wouldn't say it's just as good, but sometimes that thing, man, looks like it's going to start up at your fucking nose, and it drops down below the strike zone, so how can you even fault anybody for swinging at it? Pujols. Rare occurrence that Pujols appears in one of these videos. He steps up to the plate. This guy, what the fuck is this guy even doing out there in right field? Diving around like a fucking dolphin, like a beached whale he is out there in right field, diving around and shit. So I'm able to get to third base on the triple, I guess you could call that, but not able to cash in Pujols from third base, which sucks. So now we're going into the bottom of the 9th. This guy had the heat of the order coming up, I'm pretty sure. And Kenny Loft, oh my, dude, oh my fuck, dude. Like, some of these routes your outfielders take to the ball, especially when it's a hard line drive, that is scary. There's nothing more scary, man, when there's a hard line drive hit right to you and you have no idea what to even do. But Kenny Lofton does. He's able to make the catch, thank God. So, Joe Mauer goes down swinging. Sitting fastball again, this guy was, and he's going down swinging on the curveball. So, Stalker. Big fucking out right here to get the last guy, especially in Reggie Stalker, could have started a 2-out rally. That wouldn't have been the first time somebody started a 2-out rally against me in the 9th. No surprise that Sanchez gets player of the game. This motherfucker had 13 strikeouts. Only 4 hits, given up a complete game. That was one of the best performances from a pitcher I've had in recent memory. So hopefully I can get him out to the mound more.